Welcome to the channel, friends. My name is Dustin, and today I'm at a community park. I think it's the perfect location to film about our next topic. It's something I call rule number 1, have fun. Do you remember when you were little and perhaps at a park like this, you're running around with your friends, you fall and trip, get a little scratch, and you start crying because you think you're hurt? And what do your parents say? I need you to stop crying or it'll be time to go home. Poof, all better, and off you run to go play with your friends and have fun. It has been a couple years since I've instituted this rule number 1, have fun in my family. And we especially use it when we take family vacations. I'll load everybody and everything up into the car. I turn to the kids and ask, hey kids, what is rule number 1? Collectively and in unison, they will shout out, have fun. That's right, kids. And then we go over some other rules like safety first or how important it is to stay together. I really try to let my kids have as much fun as possible while they are kids. But what happens when we get older? Do we forget how to have fun? Obviously, as we get older, we accrue more responsibility. We feel stress more, don't we? But does getting older, accruing more responsibility, prevent us from living an enjoyable life? I hope not. I remember as a young kid, one of my favorite family vacations that we used to take was a trip to an amusement park called King's Dominion. King's Dominion was located in Virginia. It was about a 4-hour trip for my family from our home in Cumberland, Maryland. Typically, we would ride down the day before and set up camp with my parents' old pop-up camper, and then we would spend the day swimming and playing. The next day, we would get up early, have breakfast, and take the camp trolley over to the amusement park, King's Dominion. There we would spend the entire day riding all of the rides. My favorite ride were the roller coasters. One roller coaster in particular was called the King Kobra. Now the King Kobra is a simple ride compared to today's coasters. Once seated, the coaster would thrust you forward through the loop and up to the track on the other side. High in the air, it would pause and then take you backwards through the loop again. But it was one of my favorite rides. Fast forward several years later, as a parent of 5 kids, I remember taking my children to their very first amusement park trip. As we neared the park, I was so excited to ride all of the rides. I had almost forgotten that my children were young and would not be able to ride some of the bigger rides. I was devastated for a short moment. As we entered the park, some of the kiddie rides were near the front, and my kids were able to hop on right away. My disappointment soon faded. Seeing the smiles on their faces turned my frown upside down. I remember how excited and happy they were. We focused for the rest of the day on the rides that they wanted to ride. Of course, I took advantage of any ride that we could ride together. As I left the park that day, I remember being just as happy as I had as a young kid riding all of the rides myself. Being happy and having fun is the secret to an enjoyable life. It is the secret to staying young. Ritu Gatori once said, we don't have to stop having fun the older we get, but we get old when we stop having fun. As a young lad, one of my favorite people to hang out with was my grandfather. I affectionately called him Pap. Now my Pap walked 5 miles every day. He spent countless hours out in his yard landscaping and gardening. He loved it. He also loved going all of the rides that we wanted to go on at the amusement park, and he was always up for a game of baseball in the backyard. You see, my Pap lived life much younger than he actually was. So friends, this is my challenge to you, that when life is getting hard, or when you're starting to feel old, when you're feeling stressed, overworked, or too much pressure is being put on you, it's okay to take a step back, breathe, and go and do something fun for you. Whether it's taking a hike through the mountains, going on a bike ride, maybe jumping in the biggest puddle that you can find after a rainfall, or visiting a park like this. Go hang out with some friends. Whatever it is that you find fun. Martha Beck once said, "Having fun is not a diversion to a successful life. It is the pathway to it." Join me in making rule number 1, have fun, a major part of your life. Friends, I believe in you. I know you can do it. So if you love content like this, please share it, spread it, subscribe, and there will be more. Spread the word, and let's make this world a better place together.